I don't believe that an inventor should marry, because he is so intense in nature and so much of it in wild, passionate qualities that in giving himself to a woman he might love, he would give everything, and so take everything from his chosen field. I don't think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. For an artist, yes. For a musician, yes. For a writer, yes. But for an inventor, no. The first three must gain inspiration from a woman's influence and be led by their love to find her achievement. But an inventor has so intense a nature with so much of it in wild, passionate quality that in giving himself to a woman he might love, he would give everything, and so take everything from his chosen field. It's a pity, too, for sometimes we feel so lonely.
Nikola Tesla's choice to remain celibate is a mysterious subject. Contrary to mainstream understanding, Tesla's celibacy wasn't just a weird habit, but a planned decision, often tied to esoteric traditions that equate sexual abstinence with heightened intellectual and psychic powers. Tesla himself was deeply influenced by the ancient Eastern philosophy of Brahmacharya, which was introduced to him by Swami Vivekananda. This practice promises a life of extended focus, intellectual clarity, and sharpened memory. While we marvel at Tesla's inventions, what's less spoken about is the energy reservoir he accessed to fuel these creations. Traditional mystics would identify this as the manipulation of the life force energy, or Kundalini, which, when mastered, grants the practitioner almost superhuman capacities. In Tesla's unpublished writings, he often referred to tapping into cosmic forces, a saying that reminds us of old-time chemists who aimed to turn simple materials into gold. Tesla's celibacy was not just sexual abstinence, but an alchemical process of transmuting sexual energy into creative power. Though such ideas are often dismissed by mainstream science, they find recurrent mentions in Hermetic and Rosicrucian circles. Tesla's case invites us to reconsider what we think we know, compelling us to look beyond the visible spectrum of his genius. Freemasonry and certain secret societies have traditions that delve into esoteric and occult knowledge. Among these arcane teachings, some claim, is the practice of semen retention, often viewed as a way to conserve life force energy. In various mystical traditions, this energy is said to contribute to heightened intellectual and spiritual capacities. The concept aligns well with the Masonic and esoteric goal of self-improvement and enlightenment. Some people think Freemasonry is just old guys hanging out. This is wrong. It's true that some groups have forgotten their old wise ways and are now just for socializing, but some groups still know a lot of deep stuff. For example, in one group called Societas Rosicruciana in Anglia, there were really smart doctors and scientists. They wrote books that tell you to read about many different things, from how living things work to hidden sciences like astrology. They also talk about mind science and what to eat. These people were not silly or crazy. They were very smart and knew more than most people. You don't have to join these groups to learn. Most of what you want to know can be found in books they have already published. Some might ask, why is semen retention so important? Both physical and hidden effects of this action are discussed in different old books about hidden knowledge. First, one can find explanations in the books of an Old English Rosicrucian group. These books are available online. Second, writings by Max Heindel, who started a Rosicrucian group in America, offer more insight. Samael Aoun Weor, who was once a student of Rosicrucianism and later started his own belief system, strongly advises against masturbation. He is the third source. A fourth source is Mantak Chia, a master from the East who wrote a book about using sexual energy wisely. There are more tips in the works of people like Rudolf Steiner, Franz Baden, and Gurdjieff. All these men wrote about how the mind works, how to avoid bad habits, and how to grow spiritually. The aim is for everyone, whether part of a hidden group or not, to know themselves better and to use their special skills to help others. The goal is to get get closer to what you might call God and speed up your own personal growth. But not everyone is good. Some people and groups with bad intentions have joined these groups and made them do bad things. There are forces out there that want people to be lazy, scared, and not in control of themselves. The point is, you actually have the power to make yourself better, but they don't want you to know that. Now, about the less known side of self-stimulation. When a person is close to climax, their body takes a lot of good stuff like proteins and minerals from their body, including their brain. All of this goes into the semen, meant for creating new life. If a person does this too often, they drain these good things from their own bodies. This can make their mind less sharp and their body weaker over time. It can even lead to health issues, bad eyesight, and make them easily upset. In hidden teachings, it's believed that semen is not just full of nutrients, but also holds what's called creative life force. This force gives people energy, focus, and vitality. When saved and not wasted, this energy can help people reach their goals and dreams. It acts like a fuel for willpower, making someone more driven and creative. This energy sits at the base of the spine and can move upwards, giving a person a sense of enlightenment. It has the potential to make a person healthier, mentally and physically. If someone frequently releases this energy through masturbation, they might feel a temporary sense of relaxation, but it's followed by feelings of irritability, instability, and laziness. Over time, this could lead to health problems. This energy can be seen as moving either upwards or downwards. The more it rises, the closer a person gets to their best self and even to a higher spiritual state. Additionally, in these teachings, it's said that everyone has a desire body, an invisible cloud of energy formed by their desires and emotions. When this life force is low, it attracts negative energies that can have a harmful influence. The idea is to use this creative life force wisely so as to live better, healthier lives. Leonardo da Vinci, the polymath who gave the world masterpieces like the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper, also led an abstinent life. Speculations suggest that he used this redirection of sexual energy to fuel his boundless creativity. Like Tesla, Da Vinci was also a prolific inventor whose journals are filled with sketches of flying machines, submarines, and other incredible devices centuries before they became a reality. Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher, praised the virtues of controlling sexual desires in his dialogues. While not explicitly talking about semen retention, Plato did argue for mastering and redirecting one's energies towards intellectual and spiritual pursuits. Given the significance he placed on the higher forms of love and intellect, it's not a far leap to think he would approve of such practices. Sir Isaac Newton, the groundbreaking scientist responsible for the laws of motion and gravitation, was reportedly celibate throughout his life. Newton was so consumed by his scientific and alchemical work that he purportedly had little time or inclination for sexual relationships. Many speculate that his celibacy was closely related to his enormous output and intellectual insights. Muhammad Ali, the legendary boxer, was known for abstaining from sex before important fights. He believed that retaining his semen would make him stronger and more focused in the ring. Though not a lifetime practitioner, his temporary periods of retention were strategic, suggesting that he understood the power of his practice to enhance physical and mental performance. Rosicrucianism, however, delves into the deeper metaphysical aspects of semen retention. Rooted in a blend of mystical Christian and Hermetic traditions, the Rosicrucians view the practice as more than just a way to channel physical energy. For them, it's a form of spiritual alchemy. According to Rosicrucian teachings, semen isn't just a bodily fluid, it's a special kind of energy. They call it the elixir of life and say it's a mix of our body and something more, like a spirit or life force. Now, let's talk about something they call the Philosopher's Stone. It's a magic stone in old stories that turns cheap metals into gold. The Rosicrucians say semen is a lot like this stone. It's not just part of your body, but also holds your spiritual power. By holding it in, you're doing a sort of body magic to make your spirit stronger. This is like an Eastern idea called Kundalini, where energy rises from the bottom of your spine to make you feel aware in a new way. When awakened, this energy rises up the spine, going through energy centers called chakras. As it moves, you may feel more awake and aware in ways you haven't before. People who experience this say they feel clearer, more connected, and more creative. It's like lifting a fog from your mind, helping you see and feel things in a whole new way. Science already tells us semen has stuff like zinc and amino acids, but this group goes further. They say it has also something they called astral imprints, which is like an energy fingerprint. Losing this energy is bad for both your body and spirit. The Rosicrucians often talk about a sacred river when discussing this topic. Imagine a hidden stream under the ground. This stream can either water plants and make them grow, or get lost and do nothing. Semen is like this stream. You can use it to make your life better or waste it. They also talk about something interesting called the moon cycle. They say a man is strongest when the moon is full. So if you keep your semen during this time, your spirit gets even more powerful. The moon cycle is a concept that Rosicrucians believe holds a deeper significance when it comes to semen retention. According to them, the moon's phases are not just celestial events, but a powerful influence on human energy and spirit. They describe the moon as the silent witness of the earth, a guardian that has an unseen but strongly felt impact on our lives. In this cycle, the moon goes through various phases: new moon, first quarter, full moon, and last quarter. Each phase has its unique energy, they say, but it's the full moon that really stands out. Rosicrucians argue that during a full moon, men have an enhanced magnetic pull. This isn't just a random phrase, they mean it literally. Your body, filled with this life force or elixir of life, becomes more attuned to the energies of the universe during a full moon. Now, why is this important? They believe that during a full moon, retaining your semen amplifies its potency. It's like capturing lightning in a bottle. Your elixir of life is supercharged, filling you not only with physical vitality but also spiritual clarity. You become, as they say, a lunar conduit, a channel through which cosmic energies flow more freely. Your intuition may get sharper, your emotions more balanced, and your spirit lifted. They even go as far to say that during a full moon, you can practice specific meditations or rituals to make the most of this cosmic window. The moonlight, they claim, is a form of purer energy that imbues the earth. By aligning your own retained life force with this lunar energy, you can achieve a higher state of consciousness. You're not just storing energy, you're aligning it with celestial bodies. They often liken this to an ancient form of alchemy. In the past, alchemists tried to change ordinary metals into gold, but in this practice, you're converting raw biological force into spiritual gold. You're turning something ordinary into something extraordinary, and the full moon is your alchemical furnace. Rosicrucianism and astrology share a deep symbiotic relationship that goes beyond what many might consider mere fortune telling. For the Rosicrucians, astrology isn't about predicting the future. It's a sophisticated language of symbols that help to unlock hidden dimensions of the self, the cosmos. The idea is that human beings and celestial bodies are interconnected, and understanding one can illuminate the other. In Rosicrucian thought, astrology is considered a form of celestial physics. Each planet, star, and astrological sign corresponds to specific archetypal energies. For example, Mars is associated with willpower and aggression, while Venus is linked to love and harmony. The positions of these planets at your birth, represented in your natal chart, can indicate your innate tendencies and challenges. If you want to find out more about yourself, please check out the description below for a free astrology reading. Unlike fatalistic interpretations of astrology, Rosicrucians believe these are not hard destinies, but inclinations that can be cultivated or tempered through spiritual work. The 7 rays are a crucial aspect of Rosicrucianism Rosicrucian astrology. These are cosmic streams of energy that influence human character and destiny. Each ray corresponds to one of the 7 visible planets and, by extension, to the 7 alchemical metals like gold, silver, and iron. The idea here is that our souls are imbued with the qualities of these rays, shaping our life purpose and spiritual path. Another key idea is the concept of as above, so below, a phrase often attributed to the Emerald Tablet, an ancient Hermetic text. In practical terms, this means that shifts in celestial bodies are mirrored in human events and internal states. This principle guides Rosicrucian astrological practice, where a person's natal chart is considered a celestial snapshot of the universe at the time of their birth. By understanding this snapshot, one can gain insight into their life's purpose, karmic cycles, and spiritual inclinations.